What's good, everybody? Sean Show Love Rosenberg in the building. Back at you with another video. Well, it's been a minute since I reacted to a full album. Now, if you guys don't know, normally I would do albums, excuse me, I would do albums on live streams, but because of what happened with the Cardi B album that I tried to act to, which is the Am I the Drama, the live stream got cut short due to, I guess, copyright. So instead of doing live streams, I'm going to go back to doing the format of reaction. So like I did with the Snoop Dogg album last year. So I'm decided to do it in a reaction instead of live stream. So just wanted to get that out of the way first. But we are back at it. So it seems to me we're going to go back into the old school times. Basically, more like the old school, like the early 90s vibes of hip hop. And yes, of course, so this artist is arguably one of the greatest artists of all time that dropped one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time back in 1994, which is Illmatic. If you guys know what I'm talking about Escobar himself, Nas, and legendary producer DJ Premier from Gangstar. Yeah, so they dropped their collab album finally called Light Years, and I'm very excited. Like I said, this is gonna be more of that old school early 90s hip hop vibes, which I'm a big fan of. I love when the legends get together and drop something that's very dope and reminiscent of what true hip hop really is. So we're not going to waste any more time of me talking. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And the first track of this album is My Life is Real. Let's get it.
What a life.
It's true that they underestimate you.
My life is real, real.
So I'm fronting on them every chance I get, to be honest.
Wavy hair, mystique, up in this bitch deep, chain with some sick feet, corner of 10th Street, scoop me in an MPV, I'm holding big heat, soloist, vocalist, maestro, this fish grease, rest in peace, Polo, he see us, I was just with G, just like Ryan E, me and Preem, this history, young ones, abuelas, Jesus candles, bodegas, always playing some gangsta, who is that, they gon' say nah, look at us now, De La Mare, Ghost and Rick, big up Big L, Prodigy, True Goy, they live. Martyrs, if you will, a legend has a cartel. I'm on jets with giants, I'm Bill Parcell. SD, Project Trauma still dwells. Happiness gotta be in you, money can't help. So salute to the men that never hit the pin black. We got to the bread and still live to spin that. What a life, I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords on my haunted piano. I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords. Already classic before you heard it. The spoiler was on my feature verses. I lined it up kinda perfect and then I hurled it. Rhymes in my mind's like pearls and oysters. Boss of bosses, Morpheus on my bullshit. The illest style right here. Till I got white hair, getting foul type stares. We ahead light years. We come out, the shift starts. So let the fifth spark. Turn the light switch off. Drive a block, switch cars. Toss a face mask and gloves. Damn, I just caught a buzz. Pulled another hit on the beat. Guess who the victim was? Guess who get reconfigured? The whole industry does. Premier you my nigga because we became the men our mothers prayed for. Maybe even exceeded their expectations, or maybe they always knew why tying up our baby shoes. What was waiting that brood and the souls of a chosen few. This ain't just talk, it's true. What a life, I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords on my haunted piano. I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords. My life is real. Get ready.
Okay. I like this track. I like the intro track. My life is real. The bars that I like the most, that he pays homage to the legends, of course. The bar that I like is "Look at Us Now." De La, Mob, Ray, Ghost, and Rick. Big ups to Big L, Prodigy, Trugori, the Dove. Shout out. Rest in peace to him. Of course. Shout out to our legends, of course. De La, which is De La Soul, Mob Deep, Raekwon, Ghostface Killer, and Rick and Rick Slick Rick. Of course, they all dropped great albums this year off under the Nas's label, Mass Appeal. Of course, he also pays homage to the legends that we lost, such as Big L, rest in peace, Prodigy from Mob Deep, rest in peace, and Trugori the Dove from De La Soul, rest in peace. Rest in peace to all three of them, man. Dope MCs. Also, I like the bar. He says, I'm on my Jets with the Giants. Basically, a double entendre playing on the two teams, football teams in New York, the New York Jets and the New York Giants. I like that bar. Also, he pays respects to Polo, DJ Polo, and Kool G Rap. Also, he gives a shout out to Raekwon, along with Eric B, and of course Premier, which is the producer and the collaborator on this album. Also, I like he referenced the albums that released under Mass Appeal again. And then he also talks about how DJ Premier and Nas was rumored to collab back in the mid 2000s. Yeah, I like this song. So this song is definitely going to have replay value. So shout out to Nas and Premier for the first track. Let's go ahead and get into the second track, and the second track is called "Get Ready." Let's get it.
Yo, Preem, give me that turnaround. Yeah, that's it. Jesus, the king out of Queensbridge, at ease us with your lyrical thesis. Me just chillin', buildings, high ceilings, billions of my vision. Please, I'm from the P's. VVS on freeze, VSOP's trees. Esco Pablo, silked out in Cabo. The prettiest, high tech like NVIDIA. Just that smart, I know a little about a lot. When you come from less, you learn particular plots. From whipping the pots, checking in on parlays or parfaits, how my days start. We on player shit. Dinner's caught, we leaving big tips. I taught some of y'all how to eat, but I won't trip. Taught some of y'all how to dress, but some of y'all still a mess. Serial investor, serial killer threat. Turn ether to Ethereum, y'all wanna bet? I got a crypto key, come with a password. Then I flip that key to digital cash word. But then I get bored of that, it's too small, I'm off of that. Cigars in the roof now, Midtown where the office at. Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Pay that nigga his chips.
Yeah. I lay criminal lines down over more bass.
The boom, the bip, the boom bip.
Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Pay that nigga his chips.
Yeah. I lay down digital lines over more bass. think it's a shame these kids ain't see no Freakniks. DC Howard homecomings and wild weekends. Youngsters said when I'm grown I'm coming. Then got grown, start clubbing and doing drugs. We wasn't. When I was young I only wanted Moet. I only saw the next 10 minutes. ADHD I guess. Things unchanged. Now I wanna add an extra zero. Be the hood hero. Turbo Maybach V.R.G go 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. We move no less than 4 weapons.
Pow, pow.
This ain't no contract killers, this ain't the drug trade. No chainsaws, cocaine wars, no blood stains. I'm from the block with a chain, this a new blockchain. But my portfolio is many things. From quantum computing to biotech, cause it's life improving. Degradable plastic trash removing. And when the market is down, it's like a hustle when no coke is around. Your palm itch when opportunity's found. It's Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Pay that nigga his chips. Yeah.
I lay criminal lines down over more bass.
The boom, the bip, the boom bip.
Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Pay that nigga his chips. Yeah.
I lay down digital lines over more bass.
I like the second track too. The first verse I like when he pays homage to the lyrics from Notorious B.I.G. on the track alongside pays homage to Biggie still on his track with 112 called Only You. You know, when Biggie spits the lyrics, Jesus, the notorious, just please us with the lyrical thesis. I like that as well. So I like the fact that Nas is still paying homage to Biggie throughout his career. That you got to give huge respect for Nas for that. Also, the other bars, I like also the other bars from Whipping the Pops, checking in on parlays. I like that bar. Also, I like this. This is a hard bar. Serial investors, serial killer threats, turn ether to Ethereum. Y'all want to bet? Basically, he's referencing his blockbuster top 3 greatest diss track of all time, Ether, which is the during his battle with Jay-Z. You know, I always say Ether is now. I don't want you Jay-Z fans, and I don't want anybody in hip hop going to attack me for this, but I still believe in my heart Ether is way better than Takeover. Now, I don't look at Takeover as one of the greatest diss tracks, but I do acknowledge Jay for his competitiveness. I think Takeover, in my opinion, is more of a great song than a great diss, in my opinion. And I don't really think what Jay-Z said on Takeover, I didn't really look at it as factual. I look more as an opinion than half factual. The only factual thing is that he messed with Nas's baby mama. That's the only factual thing I would give Jay-Z. But everything else is kind of more of opinion. But when you listen to Ether kind of has more facts than opinion. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, it's going to be throwing that, Nas made some childish insults, but didn't really look into the lyrics of what Nas was saying. But that's for a whole nother conversation. I don't want to get too into that, but I just want to give my little briefs of how I look at it with those 2 diss tracks. Also, I like Cigars on the Roof now, Midtown, where the office at. Nas is, basically, smoking his own cigar brand, the Escobar cigars, which is his brand. Also, I like the fact he pays homage in the hook of some of the lyrics on the chorus, which is "Pay the Nigga His Chips," which is a song De La Soul called "Let the Kings Ascend," and then he pays another homage to another legendary hip hop group, A Tribe Called Quest. The boom, the beam, the boom beep, basically from Tribe Called Quest song "Push It Along." Yeah, so shout out to Nas. I like this song too. So this is another song I'm definitely gonna be enjoying, replay value. So shout out to Nas and Premier. Let's go ahead and get into the third track. Oh, the third track is basically more like a remix version to Nas's original track from Illmatic, which is from Illmatic, well, we're gonna go ahead and get to it. NY State of Mind Part 3. So this is probably like a remake to his original song, to his two original songs, from the first one being from Illmatic, and the second part being from I Am, which is his third studio album. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Yo, Preem, play me that Billy Joel joint.
Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind.
Steel toe, construct walk, Nike shorts, at night at court. Stress and cut your life short. I'm from egg rolls and duck sauce, where the feds rolled on duck short. City Island and say less. Plenty talented kids, stay blessed, gamble and make bets. Throw on some DMX's words, they live in all of us. Some get deported, some die young, but it's all a rush. On part 2, I left you with 2 of my friends. And now our goals is that our sons don't end in juvenile pens. Rikers should be closed, MDC the beacon. Where ice if you real, or they rob you upon your piecing. If you was locked down for a while, it's a different place now. They building hotels where it once was a devil's playground. Michelin stars cool, but the streets is cooking that beef stew. That chopped cheese too. Screwface how we smile. They want us gone, but that's fine. Cause we really outside for now and all time. That New York state of mind.
Some folks like to get away,
Part 3,
holiday
3 times for
from the
NYC.
hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood.
What a city.
But I'm taking a Greyhound
Knicks,
on the Hudson River
Mets,
line.
Yanks, Jets, Nets,
I'm in a
Giants,
New York
Islanders,
state of
Rangers,
mind.
the world. And we got fit, jumping up, hitting pull-ups and dips on scaffoldings. Potholes still be hard in our whips. Never ending nightlife, supermodels events, some art galleries. I can name some clubs that no longer exist. The Limelight, the Tunnel, and the Palladium. All night we stayed in them fly, wave in the sky. If you was made it and why, and wouldn't trade it to the day that you die. The most hated, and I think we know why. Now, rappers we know as legends, drift and float to heaven. Some are living in present. Day I miss 87. And Queens was a teen, then a kid with a chain, holding a pen and wrote pain. We'll never see this again. So I let ring replace the peepholes. I'm suited in boutique clothes. We're just inclined to defeat foes. The 5 boroughs where real life is defined. Y'all know the time when I'm in the New York state of mind. Opposition teams walk in the garden, mockingly rocking Timbs and the Nas T. They only trolling, and that's fine, cause we outside for the 3rd time. That New York state of mind. Wipe your feet when you step in my house, though.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Let them know. Yeah.
Your state of mind. 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 Your state of mind.
Okay. I like this song too. But I like the song, but the only problem I have is maybe the beat is kind of off. So I will have to be honest on that. This song is pretty decent. It's not, I wouldn't say it's his best from the previous 2 songs from the New York State of Mind Part 2 and 1. I think 1, to me, from his debut album, Illmatic, hits a lot harder. And 2 was, was pretty good too. But this one, Yeah, I'm not. The only thing I have a critique of, not to say DJ Premier is, excuse me, he's very good. He has great production, but in terms of this one, it kind of like the beat is kind of like not hitting. It sounds kind of a little off for me. But I do give, you got to give respect for Premier. I mean, he tried, but it like really the beat is not it though. But in terms of the lyrics of Nas's delivery, he did his thing. The bars that I like the most from Nas on this song is throw some DMX. His words, they'll live it all for us. Basically, referencing DMX's song "Life Is What You Make It," and of course, his posthumous song "Bath Soft" off of DMX's his first posthumous album, Exodus. Even though I like I like some of the songs on that album, but that album did not, did hit well because DMX did not involve at that time because he still kept the old raw and gritty street sound like from early on in his career. I like how he pays for reference his part 2 of New York State of Mind. On part 2, I left you with 2 of my friends. Him paying his respects for the friends that I guess I could be wrong that he lost. I could be wrong on that. Also, and then this bar right here, I really enjoyed. Now, this doesn't relate to Screwface John, but he did said like the chop and cheese too, Screwface, how we smile. Now, I don't know if that was a shout out to Screwface John, but teach us all. I'm just I don't think it's a shout out, but shout out to Screwface John, by the way. Great rapper and a great YouTuber. Just a little play on his name and then the words that or he plays a little with the beef stew, the food. Also, I liked I can't name some clubs that no longer exist. The Limelight, the Tunnel, basically he's referencing the legendary clubs that's in New York, NYC. The most notable club I heard stories about is mostly the Tunnel. And a lot of artists have been down there. Even DMX did a music video inside the Tunnel for his song Get At Me Dog. Other than that, this song is pretty decent. Like I said, the only critique I had is the beat. So this song is pretty good, but may not be a song I may go back to. Yeah, so that's just my honest opinion. This is not me hating. This is just me being honest. So let's go ahead and continue on. Let's get into the 4th track. The 4th track is titled Welcome to the Underground. So let's get it.
Okay, we got to go deep, deep, deep to the underground.
Take every breath out of my body if I don't stay real. For life, yeah. Turn it up, turn it up, yeah. Welcome to the underground. That basement life, way underneath the earth. Dig up dirt, termites and baby mice scattering below the surface. We deep in the soil, we jackhammering to the core of it all, avoiding the laws. Outside the corner stores with the raw. Take me back again before ice around me. On stage performing while they fighting around me. Later somebody gun pop. The good old days, we from the streets. Making plays, either you grind or you incomplete. Open the year 86, Lafitte. For the time of the team was confined to 4 walls and now we meet. How about it for the real? Now I could fly to Saudi, doing deals, coming back, whole fam shout with his souvenirs. If my kids are Nepo babies, it was destined, and they blessed, let them go crazy. Healing is important. Live it if you talking. Children get the short end of the stick, let's make better choices. And everything costs, there's a price just to breathe. Everything gets taxed, nothing in life's free. So ain't nobody stealing my peace, I'm still a beast. If I gotta put a piece in somebody grill and release. Figure the speech, picture me a civilian packing heat. Back in the days, waves, immature, naivete. By the tender age of 12, around some men who made it through situations that was inhumane. Eating 12-course dinners, look how the menu changed. But the men ain't changed, yeah. Welcome to the underground.
Coming straight from the underground. Coming straight from the underground.
A 24 karat go to war addict, manic, way beyond boss status. I need a room with the walls padded about mine. Cops used to pat us down, old straps we got passed down. From old legends let us hold their weapons. They saw enough the coldness that was in their essence. Hear the street confessions. If you kill a legend, now you a legend. The one who take out a legend, he next to be a legend. Allegedly, yeah, enamored, feel it. I channel through the annals of the life of Ali, my spirit animal. Fearless ice grill, your camera crew. Epitomized, personified, an open letter to multiple golden eras that ended. I go forever. Official tissue, life changer, masterpiece theater. Fuck your candy ass Grammy grabs. I fire like panthers behind sandbags. With my comrades, onslaught. Turn you corny niggas to cornstarch. I lead and you just go with it. The one who clashed with the whole system since I entered the scene. I just roll different. Now they code switching, they soul missing. A Catholic priest appears in your mirror. Y'all awaited prima nines like it's detox. Forget the drum machine when Prim could just do the beatbox. I bang on the top of a table, lit his house key knock. And I can freestyle, they can't see Nas. Welcome to the underground.
Coming straight from the underground. Coming straight from the underground.
Whoa, wait a minute. Now, hey, that bar right there was fire. All right, so I definitely like this song. So, Welcome to the Underground definitely have replay value. My opinion, the beat is fire. Some of the bars that I like is before the ice, excuse me, before ice me around on stage performing while they fighting around me. Basically, you know, it's a double entendre. You know, basically referencing jewelry and neck on jewelry around like necklace and all, like, you know, iced up, you know, like, you know, the jewelry like with the diamond ring, the bracelet and the necklace, like expensive, like, you know, rappers be wearing. Also, I like the fact he gave a shout out to his kids right here, most notably his daughter Destiny. If my kids are Nepo babies, it will be Destin, which is, like I said, it's a play on his daughter's name, Destiny. Shout out to Destiny, Nas's daughter. Also, so ain't nobody stealing my piece. I'm still a beast. If you gotta put a piece in somebody's grill and release, basically, you know, you know, it's a play on it. It goes on to like the early stages of Nas. Is like he talks about the, you know, the story, different stories in his earliest work in the '90s. You know, basically he's basically saying I'm willing to you know, pull the trigger at somebody. I like that. I like that bar. Just play on words. Also, I like he samples Ice Cube's opening lines from F the Police, which is coming straight out, coming straight from the underground. You know Ice Cube's of course from the NWA song F the Police. Ice Cube, you know, F the Police comes straight from the underground. I like that part. I like how he pays homage to Cube on that. Also, I like this bar too. And this bar right here is kind of like he talks about, you know, the Tupac Murder, when he says, "Hear the streets confession. If you kill a legend, now you're a legend. The one who takes out the legend is next to being the legend, allegedly." So he's talking about in this bar. He's talking about, what's going on, of course, the with Tupac getting killed. Of course, it reference it. He plays on the whole Diddy situation, because if you guys don't know, Diddy's currently locked up for allegedly have involved with 2 counts of what, and then of course he is acquitted from racketeering and trafficking. He is acquitted to that, but he is found guilty of engaging in a Mann Act. So he's serving 50 months in prison, and of course 50 Cent released the documentary, Sean Combs' The Reckoning. I actually watched that. It was a great documentary, but at the same time, it is disturbing of what I saw. So if you guys haven't seen that documentary, go ahead and check it out, because there was some stuff that Diddy did was very disgusting, and there was rumors speculating, allegedly, that Diddy had something to do with the murder of Tupac. Now, these are still speculations, but there's also speculations that Nas threw. But like Nas said, allegedly, also there were rumors that Diddy had something to do with the murder of Biggie. Now, we don't know if that's true or not, but these are still speculations. But I don't want to get in too deep in that. Hold another conversation. Let's continue with some of the other lyrics I like. And this could be a subliminal shot, because Nas is still, because even though Nas and Jay-Z squashed the beat, but this could be a subliminal shot at Jay-Z. He says, "Fuck your candy ass Grammy grabs." Basically, he's referencing it could be 2 different meanings: the Grammy Family Freestyle, or the Grammy photo of that Nas and Jay-Z took. Like I said, this could be a subliminal shot at Jay-Z. Now, even though Jay-Z and Nas had squashed their beef back in 20 years ago, back in 2005, because the beef started from 1996 all the way to 2005. It escalated in 2001. I mentioned in the previous song, the previous tracks were, Nas, with the ether bar. Now, even though, like I said, Jay-Z and Nas squashed, even though they squashed their beef, but there could still be a little bit of animosity there, because, Jay-Z has done will do subliminal things at sometimes a little subliminal things at Nas here or there, but nothing big. Also, Nas and Jay-Z were kind of going back and forth over the casino thing, the casino competition of whose casino is going to get improved. Nas invested in a casino in his hometown of Queens over, I think, for $5 billion. And then Jay-Z tried to open up a casino in Times Square for $100 billion, but Jay ended up losing that casino thing, because he got denied, but Nas got approved. And I think Nas kind of took a subliminal shot at Jay-Z on that as well. So even though these two are cool still, but there's still moments where they take shots here or there. Yeah, but yeah, let's continue with some of the lyrics, other lyrics that I like as well. I like this bar too. "You waited for Preem and Nas like it's Detox." Basically, I like, Nas and DJ Premier talked about a potential collab album way back in 2006. And they finally dropped it finally. But I like how he plays on the whole, like his detox. Because if you guys don't know, Dr. Dre was supposed to drop an album that's still being teased that never got released. He announced this back in 2002, which is called Detox. That was the original third studio album, but instead, Dr. Dre dropped Compton in 2015. And he officially scrapped Detox, so Detox will never see the day of life. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. We could have got it, but Dre is a professional. Um, not what's the word I'm trying to professing it. I can't pronounce the word right, but you guys know what I'm talking about. When Dr. Dre records a lot of music, but he just sits on it or puts it in the shelf for a long time, and we may not ever hear these songs come out. But yeah. But let's go ahead and continue. That was the fourth track. Welcome to the Underground. Definitely enjoyed this track. So far I only like 3 tracks. The intro track, My Life Is Real, Get Ready, and Welcome to the Underground. New York State of Mind, Part 3, pretty decent. Not a song I may go back to. But let's go ahead and continue on. Let's go ahead and get into track number 5, which is Madman. So let's get it.
And how do you feel about the music business now in general right now in comparison to before when you first started?
Well, there's much more respect. They respect it as an art form now.
What were the feelings back then when you first started?
Nigga music.
I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas.
Murderous material made by a madman.
I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas.
Murderous material made by a madman.
Let's cop acres. I do this for thinkers. Salute to Sasha Jenkins. A door knocker, fly ladies, Gucci link gangsters, and rappers that use one producer. You know that Metro boom in the future. We still don't trust you. Didn't start it, but I boosted it. Figured I'd bring it back since multiple hit makers on one album. I introduced it. In fact, everything in my head made bread. I made hip hop and symphony shows start to spread. But still nothing is sweet. You can tell by just bumping this beat. Still nasty since 91, nothing competes. Before Snoop, before Woo, before Big, there was this young kid with small dreads from the bridge. It's Nas. Preem, how many times I gotta tell him? I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas. Preem, how many times we gotta tell him?
Murderous material made by a madman.
It be tradition, hate, they wishing on me. They try to switch the story so they don't look like a bitch in the story. It's my life, not a third party witness story. Somebody heard something different, distorted version of the truth. It's murder in the booth. Word to Lorenzo, Irv, the Ben Swerve. Got ink on the sheets, the wings from an angel swings. What's beef? Rest in peace, stack of chicks, queens. Flyers ever Russian diamonds in the tire sweaters. Indian gold with the highest of betters. The winner's circle, I remember the win was respected. And we champion for those who had came and collected. For my G's with that money cologne, bring honeys home. I made smashes with poke and tone. They used to harass me, when you gon' get up with Primo and Zone. Almost 30 years, people won't leave us alone, and I'm grateful. Middle fingers up to the hateful. I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas. Preem, how many times we gotta tell him?
Murderous material made by a madman.
Follow the leader like E and R, let's get him. I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas. Preem, how many times we gotta tell him?
Murderous material made by a madman.
Okay. I definitely enjoy these bars. I mean, I definitely enjoy this song. This is another song that's gonna have replay value. This song is fire. Okay, so I like the first verse I liked is let the cops acre. I do this for the thinkers. Salute to Sasha Jenkins. Basically, Ego Trip is Ego Trip magazine, of course, one of the co-founders. a rapper that used one producer. Shout out to basically Rock. He basically talks about artists that has like one producer, like of course Eric B and Rakim. I think Rakim is the rapper, and Eric B is a rapper and producer. Gangstar, of course, DJ Premier, alongside the late great Guru from Gangstar. Of course, Premier being the producer, Guru being the rapper, Cool G Rap being and DJ Polo, of course, Polo being the producer, and Cool G Rap being the rapper. Of course, this is a callback to basically earlier in the intro track, "My Life Is Real," and I also like when he referenced Metro Boomin and Future. He said, "You know that Metro Boomin and Future, we still don't trust you," which basically this is basically giving Metro Boomin and Future a shout out in their the two albums they dropped last year, which is "We Don't Trust You" and "We Still Don't Trust You," and those two are the diss albums towards Drake that automatically kicked off the Kendrick and Drake beef. I like that. Didn't start it, but didn't start it. Boosted her figure. I'll bring it back since, Nas is talking about, he's bringing in the early, like how hip hop started. Like hip hop started in 1973, and Nas was a kid around that time. Him and an entire wave of artists in the 90s, such as Biggie, Tupac, Eminem, and DMX, who helped boost it over the years to where it is today. I like that. That is a fact because, Biggie, Tupac, Eminem, and DMX, they all have influence within the genre, of course. Also, I like multiple hit makers in one album. I introduced it. Of course, this is a reference to many hip-hop albums that came out in the 1980s and the early 90s, such as, like, he gives a shout-out to, like, people like Marley Marl, Dr. Dre, The Bomb Squad, also other producers such as Lord Professor, Q-Tip, V.R.G, and, of course, the producer of this album, too, DJ Premier. So it's a shout-out to all the producers. Yeah, shout out to all the producers, including like Just Blaze, Kanye West, Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest. He's a producer as well. Even the newer producers, like mentioned earlier, Metro Boomin, London on the Track, Southside, Sunny Digital, Hit Boy, Heat Maker, Takey, Young Chop. Shout out to all who played a role in different sounds within hip hop as well. Shout out to them. Even rest in peace to V.R.G, which he referenced later on the second verse. Also, I liked the other bar, "Still nasty since '91. No one competes before Snoop, for Wu, before Big. There was this young kid in the small dreads from the bridge." So basically, like I said, giving a shout out to Snoop Dogg with Dr. Dre on Deep Cover. Of course, Wu-Tang with "Protect Your Neck," the debut single, and then Biggie, "Dolly My Baby," the remix with Supercat. Which is which it wasn't Biggie's debut single, but it was a song that Biggie hopped on. Biggie's actual debut single is "Party and Bullshit." And of course, Nas released his his debut single, "Halftime," which at the time he went under Nasty Nas before he changed it just to shorten it just to Nas, as we all know, is Nas. Yeah, so I like the first verse. The second verse I like is "Murder in the Booth," word to Lorenzo Irv, the Ben Swerve. This is also paying homage to Irv Gotti, like I said. Irv Gotti passed away earlier this year, February. I forgot which day. It was on February, though. He passed away earlier this year. Irv Gotti is the co-founder, the legendary label Murder Inc. alongside with two of his biggest artists at the time, Ja Rule and Ashanti, and of course, Nas at one point was rumored to be signing with Murder Inc. But that never happened because because this caused friction between Jay-Z and Irv Gotti, because at the time Jay-Z and Nas were beefing, of course, and then Nas did a song with Ja Rule and Ashanti called The Pledge Remix, which is a fire song. And they also featured Tupac's intro from Tupac's song So Many Tears. This was also a sample of that song too. Yeah, so shout out to Murder Inc. Of course, shout out to Ja. Even though currently right now Ja and 50 are going back and forth over the Diddy stuff, and as we all know, Ja and 50's been beefing since 1999, so that beef will never end. And also, I like the What's Beef reference, which is a song that Biggie recorded, What's Beef. Also, and I also like he gave a shout out to another legendary production group called Pone and Toke, aka the Trackmasters, who record some of Nas's biggest hits from the Message, which is a track that's going at everybody, but more so going at Biggie. But there was some instance where Tupac felt like the intro track was going at him. The track, the bars start off, fake thug, no slugs. Pac thought that was going after him, but Nas confirmed that those were not meant to be for Pac. It was meant to be for Biggie. Of course, other tracks had Trackmasters produced, such as Hate Me Now, If I Rule the World with Lauryn Hill. Yeah, so I like that. So I like this song as well. This is another song that's going to have replay value in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and continue on. I don't want to talk any further. So let's go ahead and get into the track number 6, which is called Pause Tapes. So let's get it.
Remember the first time I made a beat, I had a cassette player in my grandma's crib. I didn't have all, the extravagant equipment. This is back in the late 80s. And I used to listen to music on the radio that I liked, particularly old school, like 70s. And I would record it. And then after I recorded a certain part that I liked, I would record, loop, until it just became one beat. And, that was the beginning of me making beats. Record, loop, record, loop, record, loop, record, loop, record, loop.
It's a drive-in movie, no roofs on a bunch of Benzes. Let's try to reimagine the passion when I got in this. A Panasonic with the tape recorder, trying to level the treble and bass in order. The station sound distorted, I moved the dial to improve the sound. Years later got a Sony stereo system, no comparison with the boombox. My living room knocks, my nigga Mayo next door, he banging on the wall, told us to stop, take me back. Drugs and money, we cruddy, lung smoky, fiends in the hallway bummy. Just finished the OE, music saving our lives. Just listening, getting fried to underrated MCs. Spraying something to hide the aroma, still in my mom's crib, was young and lazy. Quit school cause I needed fly shit, the fiends would page me. Not trying to be locked on a big Queen's crazy. Guess jeans and polo jacket, just in the crib causing all this racket. Always knew I was the verbal assassin, submerged in a very dirty world but only was half in. That's when I had an epiphany, came with last on the symphony. If I could set a posse cut off, that'd be my entry. Picking up the stereos, remote control quickly. Ron G's in the cassette deck, rocking the shit, G a surprise. I open up, bombshell in my mind tells me I could hook a beat up for myself to rhyme. My mom's hall closet and boxes, all kind of shit. Johnny Taylor records and some good Grover Washingtons I'm locking in. Grab a piece of vinyl, drop the needle at the top, listen for a beat to rock. 90-minute tape, I got enough time. Play it one time, 4 bars, press record, then press pause, then restart. Record, loop, repeat, Do that by 20 times, yo, I made my first beat. Pause tape.
Pause tape. Rewind it. Record. Loop. Record. Loop. Record. Loop. Loop.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay. I like this song too. You know, it's basically pause tape is basically like record and loop, you know, mixer and mastering a song. I like this as well. I like how the bars that I like is picking up the stereo remote control quickly. Ron G in the cassette deck, rocking the shit G. You know, I'm basically one more time for your mind from referencing a song one more time from your mind from Illmatic. You know, where Nas was listening. You know, basically mixtapes. Basically talking about mixtapes. Of course, the other one I like is Surprise I Opened a Bombshell and My Mind Tells Me I could hook a beat up for myself to rhyme. My mom's hall closet and boxes are kind of shit. Johnny Taylor records and some good Grover Washington I'm locking in. Basically, you know, referencing, you know, classic, you know, R&B songs and jazz music. Basically, Nas talks the story about his mom letting him use like some of her vinyls from classic songs to like, you know, like make beats out of. Yeah, so this is another song I like too. So shout out to Nas and Premier. Great song. All right, let's go ahead and get into the 7th track. The 7th track is Riddance. So let's get it.
Writing my name in graffiti. Yes, indeedy, I wrote graffiti. Writing my name in graffiti. Yes, indeedy, I wrote graffiti.
I'm hard to read like graffiti. Here's my galactic citizenship card. Interplanetary mission, I've been discharged to hit y'all. No ancillary staff will assist me. I'm about to show you what that writer's list be. See, I'm a writer in rap form, but these are writers that bomb trains and subway platforms. Courageous, brave, and street creators. They synonymous with DJs, rappers, and breakers. Arms folded, jail poses, ill portraits. Foster kids mixed in with the ill fortune. Fat laces, back in the day, shit calligraphers. Tagging their names, putting their signatures in places. Courtyards, sports bars, landmarks, 10 clocks, jams in the park, they doing art. Big bubble letters all over the city. I see it up in high places, wonder how they did it. Admit it, I always wish that I could do the same. But now the mic is a marker, I'm tagging up names. Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk.
Writing my name in graffiti. Yes, indeedy, I wrote graffiti.
Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk.
Yes, indeedy, I wrote graffiti.
I'm hard to read like graffiti. Henry Shafat made Star Wars. A young K Slade tag was theirs. Go check it out, y'all. Zephyr got a Z sprayed on his back. Sleep out a train track in wild style. Straight outlaws. Zorro was Lee Quinonez. Shout the Saint, Blade, Ink, Seen Cave, Crass, and Topaz. Shouting out Taki 183. Cornbread straight out of Philly. Phase 2 out of NYC. The mic is a marker, I'm tagging more names. Quick and Fuzz, a cool sphere out of Queens. Case 2, easy, Cap Ghost Germs. If you in the art, you should be concerned. These are some of the kings of the graphs. And there's some iconic queens I should add. Charming, Claw, Lady Pink goes back. And Mad C, Germany's on the map. On the west, Slick, Dream, Chaka, and Hex. And international writers I can't forget. So let's salute the highly gifted Krylon mystics. This is homage to the ghetto hieroglyphics. Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk.
Writing my name in graffiti. Yes, indeedy, I wrote graffiti.
Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk.
Yes, indeedy, I wrote graffiti.
I'm hard to read like graffiti. Shout out to TK, Caustin Rebs, Bomb 5, Peak, Reese, V.E. Jesus Saves, 2 Ill, Doze, PJ, Chino, Coco 144, Billy, Vinny, Flashbacks, J.A., Ecstasy Crew, is all you. What you gonna do? Baby, 168, 1 up, can 2 bait, Cal first, we get it straight, can control, Futura, Eastro, on the run, rockin' and suckers, Eli, old Queens boys, mad style king, most talked about, mob rules, for the rep, can't be stopped, for the rush, Dame, 3D stylograph, when the cops came, they ran away, then returned. Keep hearing crackers whack just burns into my mind. It's called vandalism, like a crime. They had intuition, cause getting pitched was a given. Not new to the system, when it's in you was like a religion. Fade was Fab Fire Freddy, oh did I mention? Crack, sit, Giz and Poem. Sitting on the throne is Merc Gnome. And Scheme is the whiz and shame. Trap invoking Harlem Hall of Fame. Ice Itch, most famous for freight trains. The mic is a marker, I'm tagging up names. Dondi, Serve, Running Man, Wayne. Echo and Totem, Tame 1, Ace 1, Men 1. Same old, that's Basquiat done. Big shout out the whole Tats crew gang. His scrapyard to rack up some new paint. Made you look, another legendary crew. How ironic, I made a song with that name in 02.
Oh.
Saint Smith, 2 brothers, 1 pass. FX crew, idea and stash. Risk, R-I-S-K, Cope, Revolt, Tracy 168, Doc, TC5 crew, Part, Shot 147, it don't stop. And we all send blessings to these 2. Salute 167 and rule. So let's salute the highly gifted, Krylon mystics. This is homage to the ghetto hieroglyphics. To all the writers out there that's just getting started, just getting your name out there. Keep bombing.
Okay. I like this song too. So this song is basically Nas giving shout out to rappers and songwriters, you know, their props. Basically, you know, keep doing your thing. Like, you know, basically, you know, don't give up on your pen game when it comes to writing music. I like this. I like he's giving shout outs to a lot of rappers and a lot of producers. He gives shout out to Wild Style as I guess is well, the song the Genesis, which is a Wild Style, basically a song off his debut album Illmatic. He gave a shout out to I guess pioneers of the graffiti artists such as Takey 183. Also, Cornbread, straight out of Philly, Phase 2 of NYC. He also gives a shout out to a lot of rappers on this song. So, and then he gives a shout out to more rappers, of course. And then I like this bar right here on his third verse. Made You Look, another legendary crew. How ironic! I made a song with that in 02. Basically, his song Made You Look, which is a song off his sixth studio album in 2002, Godson. Yeah, so shout out to Nas for giving credit to songwriters. Yeah, I definitely like this track, Writers. All right, let's go ahead and get into track number 8, which is Sons, the Young Kings. So let's get it.
Young Kings, it all starts, humble beginnings, young kings, young kings, yeah. Head on a swivel, loaded lead in a nickel. The devil holding a sickle, wanna sever your tissue. That's forever the issue, then candlelight of the visual. They say jail is both a rehab center and homeless shelter. And life and death is close as a tonic and seltzer. Never fold under pressure, give you my manifesto. Every man is a vessel, my son is my reflection. He from the highest heaven. I try not to possess him, allow him to be tested. One day the words may come out the mouth of a reverend. By the power vested in me, loud at his wedding. Get flowers while you can smell them, I try to tell him. All the diamonds and foreigns, all the finest of garments. It's really how it ends and not how it started. Filthy rich scuba diving in your wealthy pockets. Louis Prada, but health is my most valuable stock tip. Y'all about to run things to my young kings. To my brothers with sons, let them run. To my brothers with sons, so fun. I pray y'all both share the most powerful bond. A little different from him and his mom. To my sisters with boys, the joy. To my sisters with boys, enjoy. Tell him stand tall, know he should go for it all.
He the glorious king.
Plenty stuff I used to see I often thought was an image of us. Getting off the city bus, all the memories rush. I used to look up at the crosses sign. A child would have grown up holding his arm while I was walking with my mom. I pointed at it, automatic. I saw it as a little boy who was the baddest. Like don't let him run in traffic. I really thought the crosses sign was me and my mom. Like who thought we was that important for a street sign? One year she told me that sign was for everybody. I'm like, we ain't everybody now, we special, mommy. Playing with toys, yo, she got us Atari. Those is Miss Ann's boys, Nasir and Jabari. Our youth was constantly fighting institutional racism in school. We questioned the bias, two little future lions. Haile Selassie's in training. Y chromosome, and no time they grown. Firstborn be like the mom, secondborn is usually like dad. Then you add the other siblings. Hold each other down, cause love brings the world at your feet, my young kings. To my brothers with sons, let them run. To my brothers with sons, so fun. I pray y'all both share the most powerful bond. A little different from him and his mom. To my sisters with boys, the joy. To my sisters with boys, enjoy. Tell him stand tall, know he should go for it all.
Be the glorious king.
Okay. I like this song too, as well. This is like a personal track. This is like a sequel to his song "Daughters" from "Life Is Good." Yeah, so this is kind of like a sequel because on the "Daughters" track he basically gives a shout out to his daughter Destiny, and then of course on this track he decides to give a dedication and a shout out to his son King Knight Jones as well. So shout out to Nas's children, shout out to her son, shout out to his daughter and his son. Yeah, very, very dope. And I remember when I remember the daughter's song, and it was rumored that Eminem was supposed to be on that song with Nas. Well, probably being in the song, but in the music video, but Eminem declined to do it because, it would be dope to see two rappers paying homage to their daughters. Now, we know Eminem gave a shout out and mentioned his daughter Haley and a few times, most of the time throughout his career. Well, not all the time, but a few songs that reference her. And shout out to Haley too. I know recently Haley just got married and she had her baby boy. So, shout out to Eminem for being a grandfather for the first grandfather. And also there was a video that went viral that Eminem was performing at the Detroit at Ford Field during the halftime show, and then Haley brought her son out to have her son see his grandfather perform for the first time ever, which is pretty dope as well. Yeah, so shout out to Nas for this song, giving a shout out to his son. So let's go ahead and get into track number 9, which is It's Time. So let's get it.
Hey yo, Black, it's time. Hey yo, Black, it's time. Yeah. Time traveling. Hey yo, Black, it's time. Yeah. Hey yo, time flows through me. How many rhyme flows and lines can I recite with my eyes closed? Yo, let's shoot this movie smoothly. Listen to me. Let's take it to the past, long before the new me. I seen it when it first got tricky, dipping through the city, whipping new cars to the herb spots for the sticky. I was the one by the tree in the GS3 with Biggie. Next thing you know, where the time go is gone quickly. Spin down the street back where I used to be. Stomping grounds, just touchdown to QB. It's known for violence and money. Saw a brother fresh, homie, just walked down 20. I stepped out, I stretched out, I took a breath in, let a breath out. I don't flex, don't want clout, but what I do want to see is my brothers are winning. And all my people out there, cherish the time you give it.
I think you know what time it is. The illest shit that ever happened. I think you know what time it is. I think you know what time it is.
Time traveling.
The illest shit that ever happened.
I use every second as a weapon. Every minute keeps on slipping. Time is a construct of your limits. The Big Bang to now. Evolution to how little time mankind has really been around and grown over 50 perspective. Is there an age limit to disc records, or may it just be a message? Kids are doing drive-bys. I'm looking like time flies. Squeezing hammers, even when there's cameras up in the sky. Spark the lie with the double R I drive. Pretty thugs show no love. It's like when doves cry. Maybe I'm just too much of a smuggler-minded hustler. Timeless, couple hundred cover the knuckles with diamonds. Smell it on us from the blocks they was telling on us. Wore a vest in the summer sweating, they try getting on us. Prayers, cause gangsters go to heaven and life's weighing on us. Premier, play the chorus, yeah.
I think you know what time it is. The illest shit that ever happened. I think you know what time it is.
Time traveling. Hey yo, black is time.
Okay, I like this track too. Definitely another track that will have replay value. I'm loving this album. So far, like I said, the only track that is pretty decent to me is New York State of Mind Part 3, which is track 3. So far, everything else has been fire. The first verse, the bars that I like is, I seen when it's first go tricky, dripping through the city, basically referencing Run DMC's song "It's Tricky" from also, which is the songs off the soundtrack to the legendary snowboard game, which is SSS Tricky, classic game. Used to play that on the PS2s when I was a child. Also, I like him once again giving a paying homage to Biggie again with I was the one by the tree in the GS3 with Biggie. The Lexus, the car, the famous car in the 90s. I like that. I like that bar as well. Also, I like the Big Bang is now evolution. How little time mankind has really been around. I like that one. Talking about basically referencing the show The Big Bang Theory. Also, there's an age limit to disc records, or maybe it's just a message. Basically, and I like this bar too. So Nas is basically questioning whether older artists are actually dissing each other in raps in the form of competition. Because I'm not saying this is because this is not a shot at any particular artist. Because I remember recently Pusha T did an interview saying that diss tracks are dead to him. Like, it was no longer about destroying your opponents, about the gossip. That even after the battle is over, the gossip still continues, which I kind of agree with, because especially with the whole situation with Kendrick and Drake, their beef, and of course the stands really ruined that battle for real hip hop fans like me. I'm more of a hip hop fan. I just want to enjoy the music. I don't care about the back and forth of what the fans what not the fans, the stands tried to dig up to see what's factual, what's not. So really, the stands ruined that battle. But that's a whole different conversation. But let's continue on. Also, the bars that I like, spark the love with the double R. I drive petty thug shows no love. It's like when doves cry. Maybe I'm just too much of a smuggler, mind hustler time. Basically referencing a freestyle that Nas did back in 1996. So yeah. Also, I like the chorus too. I think you know what time it is. Basically referencing Beastie Boys' classic hit song Paul's Revenge, and of course the illest shit that ever happened. Referencing Fat Joe's song the Gangsta Shift off I believe Fat Joe's third studio album, Fat Joe Don Cartagena. I like that. I like that as well. So another song I definitely enjoy. Let's go ahead and get into track number 10, which is Nasty Escobar Nasser. So let's get it.
Yeah. This that one hand on the stairwell music. Nasty. Yeah. Let's go. I said, just designing this rhyme is a fight against time. Every minute they wait to hear a true titans of crime. There's two types of villains that live in my mind. I'll define it as one killing with rhyme, the other dealing supplying garments of all kind, no more designer to wear. Style more modest these years, honorable to compare. The guards ask go nasty nice from Nasir. Since the sandbox came out of it, part of my ominous content, y'all should be scared. Birth certificate says Nasir, origin not clear, but what a great name to bear. My name is not as common as Muhammad or as popular or as praiseworthy, so I adopted a moniker. I'm Nasty Nas, I was destined to be here in Grandmaster Cass's atmosphere to breathe Kumo D's air. This Esco here, I like that hip hop stuff, but come here, I whisper in your ear, I don't give a fuck. It sounds like it bothers you that I'm just that guy, just that fly. Nah, but I know that you hate me for rapping the tracks that sound like mafia movie scores, baby. That was your thing. You was getting that through the doors crazy. Cause it didn't happen before me, sorry. You was talking Cristal first, yeah, that was all me. But I brought the blick to the church, I told you run it now. My jury box open, you hearing a humming sound. Not humble, not underground. Fuck your cigars and fedora hats, this is real rap. What could be better than that? The double law, the iciest Jews. Cash rules, heavenly messenger, white gloves, white shoes. Man, that sound materialistic, rapping about how the rich live. Yo, that boom bap is too whack, that don't get you no bitches. But Nasty the type to rob you. Who you talking to? You. Who? You. No one left in this room, just us. The fuck? Damn. Well, that was some great time shared. Now it's time for some words from the heart of Nasir. Yeah. I'm a father, philanthropist, film director, and author, tech impresario, resorts world casino partner, a restaurateur. By the time you hear this song, I'll probably open up a whole new store. Get involved, I'm a mogul, massive with my moves, everything got appeal. I lead the way, I'm trying to see much more of us here. Even make our own cigars top tier. We do branding, expanding a 30-year career. I'm just scratching the surface. The next phase of Nasir, phase 4, the fourth dimension. The legacy's here, and other things I won't mention. I'm winning when I'm not even trending. Trailblazing, the message I'm sending. When you evolve into your true growth, they say you can't do both. Feed your soul and get money, I'm like two goats. So I'm guessing as long as it's knocking, we'll solve the problem. When it's cracking a rock at the bottom, then you got 'em.
I like that. I like this song. So basically, this is Nas kind of battling himself, like the current Nas versus the early Nas, which is Nasty Nas, like back from 1991. So I like that he went back and forth with that. It kind of reminds me of, Guilty Conscience too, from Eminem's latest album, The Death of Slim Shady, how it was Slim Shady versus the actual Eminem Marshall Mathers. Like the Slim Shady from the 90s and the early 2000s talking to the current sober. It's like the drug Eminem talking to the sober Eminem. As we all know, this is kind of like, it's giving that vibe feeling with Nas. Not the same thing, but it's kind of giving that type of feeling like it was early Nas talking to Nas currently right now. So I like that aspect from Nas a lot. Yeah, so not a lot of bar. I definitely enjoyed the bar. One of the bars I definitely enjoy is he talks about his most recent investment. Like I said earlier, Nas getting the approval for his the like I mentioned earlier with the whole casino thing that him and Jay-Z were competing for. Nas got approved for the to getting to be in the investor and cultural ambassador for the resort in Queens, New York, where he's from, because Nas is from Queens. The Resort World Queens Casino, being the cultural ambassador and investor for $5.5 billion, while Jay-Z lost his casino deal to bring a casino in Times Squares for $100 billion. So still some competition there. Also, I like how Nas talked about his own cigar, which is Escobar Cigars, that's his own brand that he launched back in 2021. So Nas has been doing very well in his the business side of his entrepreneurial side. I mean, there was a story that Nas sold a ring for I think a ring for $4 billion. No, not $4 billion, $40 million. Nas has a lot of business adventures that he's doing outside, but it was more low key. So shout out to Nas for that. But yeah, not much bars that I like. Of course, the resort, and then the cigar reference I like. Yeah, so fire song. So another one. So let's go ahead and get into track number 11, which is My Story, Your Story. So let's get it.
Sound crazy right here.
Yeah.
Immaculate.
Sound like we opening new spots in Vegas.
It's been a minute, Esco.
Oh, indeed. Every time the right time.
Yeah, ladies, y'all invited.
Always. Ladies.
Let's get money now. Let's get money on
How much we talking?
Trying to diversify the portfolio.
What else, God?
Everything else.
Well, let's get to it.
Yeah.
My story, your story.
Weed, high, war stories.
Kid fly, raw stories.
I could cry more stories.
Fuck a orgy, touch her face, 2 mouths kissing on me. Fuck off me, can't fuck 'em all, that's too costly.
Saucy, sucker softly, awkwardly, finger fucking her cautiously. Talk to me, that's that joy brought thoughtfully.
The mature me, there's more to the story, glory.
Surely, switch sides for the lift ride, the fish fry.
It's them guys with their money up, diamonds jumping like Bobby with a Gumby cut. Choosing wisely high as the movie Friday. 100 blunts.
Pre-roll, never we fold. Fuck it, he hold. But me though, had the piss Ozies out for my P.O.
We herbalists, raised by gangsters on streets that's murderous.
Work too much.
Taking vacations more, it worked for us.
Thanks to us, it's more fly living and less angel dust. Tangled up.
Up in the mountains, don't let them hang you up.
My story, your story.
Weed, high, war stories.
Get fly, raw stories.
Who could cry more stories?
Glasses tilt pour for me. Brownstone 4 stories. Eyes on all glory. We outgrown them warm Mauries.
With the mic cord, I could talk to GDs and vice lords. Folk nation, Mexican gangs that's doing life for it.
Crisscross, crash out. Kitted cars cashed out. Cul-de-sac, glass house. Solar facts, axe bout.
12 jewels, show and prove. Earth revolve around the sun. To know whom and what you are, food, shelter bound to come.
Love, peace, and happiness. This is what we rapping with. Still we ain't having it. Relaxed around the savages.
Exactly what our fabric is. Others are embarrassing. Arm and hammer balancing. Sneaker box what the cash was in.
Battleland. Back then bricks built from a half a gram. Ashy hands.
No gloves cooking up. Had a master plan. My story, your story.
Weed, high, war stories.
Kid fly, raw stories.
I could cry more stories. My story, your story.
Weed, high, war stories.
Get fly, raw stories.
Who could cry more stories?
360. It's crazy right here. This was needed.
We needed this right here.
Up.
Yeah.
Another joint. We tied one. We tied the knot on this one.
Yes, sir.
QB, what's going on? Brooklyn.
BK.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Serious right here.
Bronx.
Y'all wanted this. This is what y'all wanted.
Staten Island.
What else y'all want?
Long Island. Yeah.
Esco.
What up, Sos?
Time is perfect.
It is, man.
What's this, the 20th joint?
This is like, yeah, I can't even count no more.
Serious right
You know
here,
what I
man.
mean? You know what I
Feel
mean, bro?
good. This feel good, man.
This feel like Delancey Street. It feel like Arby Square Mall. It feel like...
Yo, it's 2030 right now. We from the cloth, kid.
Yeah, boy.
Primo.
Preem.
Shit, another classic, man. Bring it to a closure.
Okay. I like this song too. And also my story and your story. I did not know this featured AZ. So shout out to AZ too. You know, I love when AZ and Nas get together and make, you know, some of the best tracks they made. Of course, if you guys don't know, Life's a Bitch, that's my favorite song off the Illmatic album. And arguably AZ, most people say AZ got the best feature verse on there. And also Nas had his verse too. Classic song, by the way. I like the fact that AZ and Nas went back and forth with each other on each verse. Very fire. And I hope one day Nas and AZ can, I don't know if this is true or not, but if y'all let me know in the comments, has Nas and AZ ever talked about doing a collab album? Because I would definitely be tuned in to that. Yeah, so not a whole lot of bars, but I love the fact they went back and forth together. They did their thing on this record. So not much detail on this song, but this is another song I would definitely go back to. Replay value. So far, like I said, all the songs definitely have replay value. Except for the NY State of Mind Part 3. Like I said, decent song. But yeah, not a whole lot. Song, not a whole lot of comment. I like the outro when they mention, yo, this is 2030 right now. And so basically it's kind of like Nas and AZ are both predicting that this song is still gonna be hitting until we get to 2030. Till we get to 2030. Which is insane. We'll never know what 2030 is going to look like. But yeah, shout out to Nas and AZ. Definitely delivered. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and get into track number 12, which is Bouquet to All the Ladies. So let's get it.
To the ladies and all party goers.
Where the ladies at?
And if you know who you are, why don't you make yourself seen? To the ladies and all party goers.
Where the ladies at?
And if you know who you are, why don't you make yourself seen?
What would the world be without beautiful, powerful women? The mimas, the grandmas, the nation builders. Who educates us, challenges, teaches, love us, support us. It gives birth to all the world's sons and daughters. And y'all deserve props cause y'all running hip hop. Started with Shy Rock, 50 years later, women is on top. Bahamadia, Missy, Moni, Lighter, Queen Latifah. Miss Lauryn Hill is an honor for me to even meet you. Where would we be without queens in the microphone? Roxanne, Shantae, we both call QB home. Doshi pushing the culture. I'm inspired by Salt and Pepper, Nikki, Foxy, and Kim, and Megan Cardi and Left Eye. Nothing realer than Lotto, Glorilla, and Rod Digger, Remy, Rhapsody, and Eve, all straight killers. And I was signed by a woman. She created a movement. So much love to Faith Newman. What we doing? This one goes out to the whole woman nation.
To the ladies and all party goers.
Where the ladies at?
And if you know who you are, why don't you make yourself seen?
With love from Nas and Cream, this one goes
to the ladies and all party goers.
Where the ladies at?
And if you know who you are, why don't you make yourself seen?
Yeah, divine feminine, beyond fine shit. Not a ting, not a joint. When my eyes squint, you'll see what I see. Our presence together is always a pleasure. So I figured I'd write you a letter. You a queen, you a star, supernatural. Pure gratitude by your side, but let me ask you, why don't the world recognize your hard work? You being unappreciated makes my heart hurt. Aphrodite almighty, it's no myth, you remind me of all motivating women that's been with me beside real one. Love you from now to infinity, in every way, from spiritual, mentally, physically. You showed me how to be more empathetic. Shout to the female DJs mixing this record, and you the flies by far, stop playing with her. Every glass, raise it up. This is for my ladies.
This one goes out to the whole woman nation.
To the ladies and all party goers.
Where the ladies at?
And if you know who you are, why don't you make yourself seen?
With love from Nas the Cream, this one goes
to the ladies and all party goers.
Where the ladies at?
And if you know who you are, why don't you make yourself seen?
This goes to all of y'all. Mia X, Yo Yo, y'all been putting it down. Lady of Rage, Dimples D, Sparky D, Sweet T, Pebbly Pooh, Antoinette, Jean Grey, Lola Brooke, Sexy Red, Coyle Ray, City Girls, Cash Doll, Honey Baby, Bernadette Price, Charlie Baltimore, Trina, Doja Cat, LaChat, Rest in Poetry, Gangsta Boo, MC Trouble, Shout the Conscious Daughters, in Oaktown 357, Sweetie, Isis, Bia, shout out to Ladybug Mecca, The Sequence, Debbie D and Lisa Lee, Heather B, Nikki D, Azalea Banks, Champ MC, Nishi Me, all y'all lit, Frickin' Frat, Vanessa Sinquist. I could go on and keep going. Shout to Eternia,
Ice Cream Tea.
Rest in peace, boss. Shout out Nefertiti, Storm, Shorty No Mas, Iggy, Paula Perry, Shay Noir, yeah, Sonya Blade, Kaya, 3D Nati, Armani Caesar, Ice Spice, yeah, Nonchalant, 5 o'clock in the morning, Imani Montana, Dej Loaf, Nitty Scott MC, Hurricane G, Miss Melody, Sugar T, Young M.A. What up, Scar Lip? Shout to Lady London. What up, JJ Fad? Yeah. To the whole queendom of rap. Love to all of y'all. Whoever I name, I still love you. For life. Love from Nas and Preem. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So this song is paying homage to all the female rappers. And I never thought Nas will give a shout out to every female rapper from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and currently the 2020s, which is this generation. Shout out to Nas for that. That takes guts. So the first verse I like, well, he gives a shout out to Chirac. If you guys don't know, Chirac was the very first female hip hop artist to ever that came out. I believe it was 1983. She was the first one, and then on top of that, of course, she also gives a shout out to Missy Elliott, Moni Love, MC Light, Queen Latifah. Also, he gives a shout out to Lauryn Hill. I like that. Also gives a shout out to one of the first female battle MCs, Roxanne Shante. And Roxanne Shante was the very first one. Now, she's not the first female MC, but she was the first female battle MC that kicked off the legendary beef, which is known as the Roxanne Wars, which she was beefing with the legendary hip-hop group UTFO. You know, she released the first ever hip-hop diss track, which is Roxanne's Revenge. That was the first ever time we heard a diss track. Now, and then, of course, she was a part of the legendary hip-hop coalition, the Juice Crew, alongside Big Daddy Kane, MC Shan, Master Ace, and of course, rest in peace to Biz Markie. Shout out to that group. Also, he gets a shout out to Doechii currently right now that's pushing in the culture. He gets a shout out to Salt and Pepper. He gets a shout out to Nicki Minaj, Foxy Brown, Lil Kim. Of course, the newer generation such as Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B. Also, he pays homage to Left Eye, part of the, TLC. Also gives a shout out to more newer generation rappers such as Lotto, Glorilla, Rod Digger from the Flipmo, Remy Mom, Raspy, Rhapsody. I butchered the female artist's name. He gives a shout out to Eve, of course. In the first verse, also he gives a shout out to Faye Newman, the A&R, a legendary A&R for Def Jam at the time. Also, and also on the outro, he gives a shout out to more female artists such as Mia X from No Limit Records, Yo-Yo from the Lynch Mob with Ice Cube. He gives a shout out to Lady Ridge from Death Row Records, Dimply D, Sparky D, Sweet Tea from the earliest stage, P Pebble, MC Antonetta, Jean Grey, Lola Brooks, Sexy Red. I'm surprised he gave a shout out to also Sexy Red. Sexy Red may not be my cup of tea, but I do acknowledge her, for her being popular. Cora Ray, Benzino's daughter. He gives a shout out to JT and Young Miami from the City Girls. He gives City Girls. Shout out to Cash Dog, Honey Baby, Banana Price, Charlie Baltimore, who was signed to Murder Inc. Of course, the ex-girlfriend of Biggie Smalls. Trina, of course, the Diamond Princess from Miami, Florida. Doja Cat doing her thing. LaChat from Memphis. He also pays his tribute to Gangsta Boo from 3-6 Mafia, MC Trouble. Shout out to Caution's Caution Daughters. Of course, they had their legendary track from their track We Rolling Deep. Of course, Oaktown 357. Sweetie as well. Is Bia, doing her thing. Of course, Cardi and Bia had a little thing. Ladybug Mecca, the Sequence, Debbie D and Lisa Lee. Of course, us from the Us Girls, Heather B, Nikki D, Azalea Banks with her crazy self, Champ MC, Michi Meech, Flick and Flack, Finesse and y'all forgive me, I butcher a lot of people's names. Enia, Ice Cream Tea, rest in peace the boss. Shout out to Storm. Like I said, butcher names. Storm, Shorty No Mask, Iggy Azalea. Shout out to Iggy Azalea. Paula Perry, Shanor, Sonia Blade, Kaya. Of course, Kaya has that song My Neck, My Back. 3D Natia, Amara Caesar, Ice Spice. Ice Spice is, I don't know what Ice Spice is doing right now. I think, Ice Spice is, I hope Ice Spice, gets her career back up on top. Nonchalant, I'm in Montana, Dej Loaf. I'm trying, where's Dej Loaf? She's a very incredible artist. Needy Scott's MC, Hurricane G, Miss Melodies, Sugar T, Young M.A. Shout out to Young M.A. for doing her thing. What Up Scarlett? Now Scarlett, yeah, Scarlett has that record I like. This Is New York. She's another upcoming artist. She has that one track. This Is New York. It gave that DMX type of vibes from her. Lady London. Shout out to JJ Fab from NW. That was with NWA and Ruthless Records. And, even I think Nas missed out a lot of names too. There's a lot of names that he kind of missed. Also, I'll reference the names he missed out, like Erica Banks. What else? Erica Banks, shout out to her. What's another female MC that went under the radar? Choice from Houston, Texas. What's another female MC? Diamond and Princess from Crime Mob, shout out to them. And that's another one. What else is another female MC? Vita from Murder Inc. That's another one too. And Queen Pen as well. There's another female MC, Tiana. I think Tiana Taylor's more of a singer. What's another female rapper that went under the radar that people don't mostly talk about? Miss Jackie O, shout out to her. Another female MC artist that Nas missed out on. If there's any other female artists out there, let me know in the comments. I think I missed some few, but yeah, like Nas said, shout out to all the female MCs. So this is a great tribute to them. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Let's get into track number 13, which is Junkie. Let's get it.
I kept telling myself I was going to kick, but I never did. I'm a junkie. I'll be a junkie the rest of my life.
I let the flow go where it wanna go. Back with Primo. Let's do it for days of V.R.G. Yeah. I 3D printed the studio, D&D reinvented me and you know who, Preem. And yeah, y'all, it's been a minute. Come up to the 4th floor through the door, Primo renamed it. Now it's headquarters under a new location. We aliens like a deity trust. Man, I have standards, I'm the G.O.D. Bruh, I'm supposed to big kick this habit. Done with it, having fun with it. Hard to let it go. How could you when you in love with it? Once upon a time, I couldn't start my day without it. I played it every morning loud while I'm ironing my outfit. In my car, just zoning out, straight hot boxing. I need that real dope. Why can't I fuck with Suboxone? Medications, they just don't work. My body jerks. R&B playing constant is how I got through the hurt. 808 addictions, sound of a DJ mixing. Had to stay away from my young boy cause all he listens to that gritty, that raw, intense hardcore, but makes me wanna put them on to some much harder songs. I consult a physician, prescribe me a pill. How do I cope? I could die on this hill. Find a rehab for beats and lyrics, a treatment center. Counselor said I should be speaking better. Hi, I'm a rapaholic, only been sober since my last installment. Need music with substance, so it's abuse they call it. I'm still sick, hello everybody, now I sit. We all in this circle together, ain't that a bitch? I brought my brother here with me, his name is Chris. He got a habit just like me, he cannot kick. So again, be smart, cause this is fun for me. No matter how nice you are, don't come for me. I'm still a junkie, hip-hop junkie. I need it in my arteries, it keeps calling me.
And that's serious as a heart attack. I'm an ancient artifact, we question if your art is fact.
I came from the bottom, I need it in my arteries, it keeps calling me.
And that's serious as a heart attack. I'm an ancient artifact, we question if your art is fact.
I came from the bottom, I need it in my arteries, it keeps calling me. 88 Rucker Park, trucks and cars, hustlers, they was stunting hard. 1,000 people, cops, hot as summer, y'all. Fresh out the subway cars, young Esco, no bum dress flow. Shopped a 2.5 to Nike, dunked the guard. Stomping was a little conscious monster. Educated ignorance, lion head, ring on the index flex. Let's get into it. Bought books, caught jokes, and stuck between living clean and overcoming lawlessness. Trying to balance, the Constitution writers knew the truth, but some are liars. A jambalaya combined with crime and the law abiding. Something they saw inside NAS and then Sony signed them. I'm just a humble giant, stumble but fall forward, never backwards. What is your dream? I'm my great-great-grandfather's dream. One thing when you make yourself too accessible, some can lose respect and think less of you. The music electrocutes, it's cause I'm a junkie.
And that's serious as a heart attack. I'm an ancient artifact, we question if your art is fact.
I came from the bottom, I need it in my arteries, it keeps calling me.
And that's serious as a heart attack. I'm an ancient artifact. We question if your art is fact.
I came from the bottom. I need it in my arteries. It's cause I'm a junkie.
Okay. I like this song too. Basically, Nas basically it's kind of like let's do it. I like the intro when he said let's do it for the days for V.R.G. Basically, this is like a reference to his paying his homage song that he pays to Tupac and Biggie, which is "We Will Survive," which is one of my favorite songs off the I Am album. So far, not a whole lot of bars. Not a whole lot of bars. I definitely enjoy this song too. One of the bars I like is "Hi, I'm Rapaholic. I'm only been sober since my last installment." Basically, this is kind of like he's referencing a slight reference to Eminem's line, "Just don't give a fuck." My name is Marshall Mathers. I'm an alcoholic. Hi, Marshall. I have a disease, and they don't know what to call it. Better hide it from your wallet. Basically, I like he's using the metaphor from Eminem. So, like I said, not a lot of bars on here, but definitely a song that I definitely enjoy. So let's go ahead and get into track number 14, which is "Shine Together." So let's get it.
Rhyme a few bars, kick a few flows.
For every word I spit, I get
phenomenal.
And we might as well shine together. I made moves in the trenches, looking over my shoulders. A fool and his riches will soon part. That's what they told us. A school of fish follows a shark to eat his leftovers. And when that shark is hungry again, it ups the death total. Esco in that Maybach truck, Macallan Scotch in the cup. 300,000 watching the stallion that's rolling up. A boss is one who learned to get dope and he show you. Keep the limelight, our curves, them photos, I'm Yoda. The wise one, high off the blunt smoke. Worrying about the next man will stunt growth. Just do my shadow boxing and jump rope. I don't front for attention for ratchet sisters. Till my casket dip, I'ma want more. Just a truth trick. So many new chicks that wish I was born with two oops. I take that line back. A devil in a blue dress, I grind that. Body so crazy, they asking where I find that. 35,000 feet is where I write my rhymes at.
Rhyme a few bars, kick a few flows.
For every word I spit, I get
phenomenal.
And we might as well shine together. Like a baby baffled, first time seeing the shadow. People react the same to what Preem and Nas will unravel. Rugged pistol holder / government whistleblower. Repugnant information, the public should get to know us. The boroughs into Piscataway. Know my album dates, a staggering rise of music coming out, I calculate. Cause when my name is mentioned, is why the game be shifting. When you lames drop, the people remain indifferent. This is my dissertation, displaying it at my leisure. Precious like postal cards written by slaves in secret. Black preachers casting spirits back into hell. Hear the trumpets in the Bible as Joshua starts to yell. Easy money is robbery in broad day. Might call BET to play my videos all day. The cribs are mini museums. The closets are more like small department stores. I drop that roll.
Rhyme a few bars, kick a few flows.
For every word I spit, I get
and we might as well shine together.
Okay, I like this song too. I like the fact that Nas quoted some of the quotable phrases within this song. Of course, in the chorus, referencing Biggie, referencing, of course, Sean Combs' song "Victory" off the No Way Out album. Reference some of the Biggie's bars. rhyme a few bars, kick a few flows. You know, and referencing Remy Ma's song "Terror Era" from the Terror Squad, and I like how they're matched. Nas matched them together into one like chorus. That's very fire. I like that one. Like I said, not a whole lot of bars. I definitely enjoy some of the bars. I enjoy so many new chicks. I wish I was born with two. Oops, I take that line back. You know, just like basically saying psych. I take that bar back. Like, you know, not a bar I don't like. Basically, you know, he was trying to reference something, but it's kind of like he had to like basically kind of like, whoops, wait, hold up. You know, referencing Biggie's song "Somebody Gotta Die," you know, from the Life After Death album. You know, even Snoop Dogg talked about this various times in interviews that, you know, as well, you know, Biggie had the bars. I'm sitting in the crib dreaming about lyrics and jets and coops, the way soft Snoop shoops, how I sell records like Snoop, whoops. You know, and you know, Snoop Dogg talks about the time he was in the studio and Biggie played that part for him, and you know, the whole, like they said, like Snoop and everybody was going crazy when Biggie said that in the studio. So not a whole bunch of bars, not opinion on this song. This song is fire as well. All right, let's go ahead and get into the last and final track, which is track 15, Third Childhood. So let's get it. Last track.
When I flow for the street,
Who else could it be?
NAS stars, resurrect through the birth of my seed. Queensbridge, make everything right.
Is it time to take off the Scully, the Timbs, and the fitted caps? Time to let go the weed, can't let the jeans sag. Ozzy Osbourne still got his fingernails black. Rock and rollers still rebels, any age that they at. But with rappers a time limit, never. I'm living proof. I'm the truth till if I live till 102. When I was young I knew nothing, but then here comes a new lesson. From an older gentleman dressing Dior, he flexing. He said it's not how old you are, it's how you feel. Look here, I'm in my Air Max 87 still. Rasta still smoking, secluded out in the bush. Pimps still wearing their derbies, people still dipping snuff. That's how we stay true, ways we learned in the days of our youth. Seen a man like 82, he rocked his hat age deuce. I'm going out hood, different from being a third childhood. Switch it up a little, but still, I'm going out hood.
When I flow for the street,
Who else could it be?
NAS stars, resurrect through the birth of my seed. Queensbridge, make everything right. Get yours, nigga. When I flow for the street,
Who else could it be?
NAS stars, resurrect through the birth of my seed. Queensbridge, make everything right.
Hear me out now, back in the days it sure was a time. Hear me out if I've been your age and you haven't been mine. As we get older, at time great turns into mediocre, good turns into so-so. Bad just means that it could be better. I wrote a letter to the judge for Prince, a sharp-minded man who thought his way about the pens. Corporations are not the genius that created gangster rap. Never give them credit for that, we made it that. I assisted Hip-Hop 50 to that whirly stage and brought Kool Herc on stage. I made sure the Hip-Hop Museum got paid. Matter of fact, anything my name is involved with, positivity revolves in it. Serendipitous, always move with confidence. You may not see me sweat, but trust, yo, I work hard for this. Grew up around heroin addicts before that crack shit. Crack was light compared to what the smack did. Y'all played with marbles, we played with dope fiend needles we found. Injecting worms when the rain brought them up from the ground. There's nothing changing, some of my men, we go back like daylight savings. My third childhood, that third course, that's the main dish. Hope we get dessert, that's the cherry on top. Peaceful Sundays, but we still carry the Glocks registered. If you made it this far, then it's all good. It makes me proud. I love that we going out hood.
When I flow for the street,
Who else could it be?
NAS, resurrect through the birth of my seed. Queensbridge, make everything right. Get yours, nigga. When I flow for the street,
Who else could it be?
NAS, resurrect through the birth of my seed. Queensbridge, make everything right. Get yours, get yours, get yours, get yours.
Okay. So I like this track too. Like I said in previous track, not a whole lot of bars that I definitely enjoy. I like how he referenced sampled some of his songs, his old classic songs like Nas is Like, The Bridge 2001, and Big Things. Some of the bars I like is he pays respects to Ozzy Osbourne, as you guys rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne, who recently passed away this year from a legendary rock and roll artist and his group Black Sabbath. Shout out to them. I'll also like the fact he talks about corporations, like on gangster rap started in the back room with gunpoint. Basically kind of like, saying that corporations are not the genius who created gangster rap, is really the artists who created the gangster rap. I says Hip Hop 50th basically talks about talks about the foundation of hip hop and within the culture. He also he referenced the hip hop museum which I didn't know about this. So apparently next year there's going to be a museum that's going to be opening in Bronx, New York, called the Hip Hop Museum, where it pays homage to all just hip hop culture itself. That's going to be pretty cool. I want to I want to take a trip to New York and go see this museum. This will be pretty cool. I would love to go see it because I always wanted to experience the cultural side of our culture within hip hop. That's going to be pretty cool. Definitely got to take a trip to go to that place once it's open. But yeah, I definitely like this track. So that's the last and final track of the album. I definitely enjoyed this album. This is great. This is great that Nas and DJ Premier, they definitely did their thing. I love all the tracks. Like I said, the only track I didn't like is the third track, and Why State of Mind is just only the production. It just didn't hit for me. But other than that, all the other tracks slap. I definitely got to give a shout out to Nas and DJ Premier for putting a great project together. Because there's always this debate of, is hip hop dying? It's just hip hop is back to its original roots, like the tradition, where lyrics really means a lot within the culture. This is a great album, so I give this album a 4.5 out of 5. Nas definitely delivered. So did DJ Premier with the production. Like I said, the only production I did not like is the NY State of Mind Part 3. And Nas delivered on the bars, but the production wasn't it. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, dope track, by the way. But let me know in the comments down below, what is your favorite song and what are your thoughts on the album? And what's your favorite song of it? Like I said, I think my favorite tracks off the album is the intro track, My Life Is Real. I do like Welcome to the Underground, Madman, Riders, Sons of Young Kings, My Story, Your Story, Bouquet. To the ladies, I like that. Shine Together. And then the third childhood. Those were my favorite songs. Get Ready has some replay value. Riders will have some replay. I think I say I like Riders too. I like Riders. Paul Tapes has some replay value. It's Times has some replay value. My Story, Your Story with AZ has some replay value. Junkies has some replay value. A little bit here or there sometimes, but other than that, I enjoyed this album. So once again, shout out to Nas and DJ Premier. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this video. Yeah. So like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Also follow me in my social media platforms above me. Also join the Discord as well. The link will be in the description down below. So without further ado, see you guys in the next one. Deuces.